Welcome back to the Exile into Dark Waters campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We're going to the 7th mission of the campaign. Judging by the node map here, we're going to Delta Lacerte. 11th January 2368, 26 days after the Exodus. Briefing room, Outer Rim carrier Graf Zeppelin. We're reporting in, sir. You wanted to see the two of us, boss. What's going on? Ah, Squadmaster Harper, Flightmaster Terabine. Thank you for arriving on time. I guess you had your hands full destroying those Shivan Reavers. Pity Fleetmaster Tyrone failed to stop them at the blockade. Nothing we couldn't handle. I'm glad to hear that. However, I regret to say that I will no longer hear that again anytime soon, Squadmaster. At least not from you. What do you mean? I know that the 39th Avalonians have an impressive service record. You were heroes at the Battle of Charon's Passage and at our spearhead in the Martian offensive. You fought against the Shivan incursion and finally you played a key part in Operation Moses. You're one of the few squadrons with such a, if you'll pardon the term, survivability rate regarding the number of frontline engagements you've had. I lost a lot of friends in all those battles. Knowledge that others lost even more doesn't help at all. Spare me the flattery, Shipmaster, and get to the point. I'm not in the mood for rhetorical games. Pardon me. So, to the point, as you wish. Massive military conscription is taking place in the fleet right now. We have a large number of recruits, voluntary and otherwise. They are getting assigned to new squadrons. You don't draft people to be pilots. Whatever. They are getting assigned to new squadrons, but they desperately need experienced pilots to be their leaders and instructors. We need you to be the leaders they need. You want to make us fucking babysitters? Yes, and not all of you will be babysitters here. Squadmaster, you will be transferred to the Ironclad to lead the newly reconstituted 114th Direwolves. You will take several of your squad mates with you. Flightmaster Terabine will be promoted to Squadmaster and will take command of the Avalonians. A complement of new recruits will fill the vacancies resulting from the transfers to the Direwolves. I'll think about this proposal, Shipmaster. I'm afraid that is not a proposal, nor is it negotiable. That is not a request, it is an order. Are you fucking kidding us, you asshole? You're not even our CO, you... I will pretend I did not hear your outburst, Squadmaster. This is the first and last time that I will ignore such insubordination. As per Fleetmaster Caliphthis's orders regarding the current chain of command, all pilots who took part in Operation Moses must submit to the shipmaster whichever vessel their unit escaped on, regardless of whatever their previous assignments were. Please calm down, Squadmaster, so that we can discuss the details of your new assignment, and so you can prepare to share the news with your pilots, and select those who will accompany you to the Ironclad. Alright! That was short enough. I think we can consider it a command briefing. Outer Rim Destroyer Ironclad. I guess we were transferring. Outer Rim Syndicate Roaming Fleet, Core Corolli System, 12th of January 2368, 27 days since the Great Exodus. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin with a word of welcome for all our new pilots and crew members. I am Horatio Tyrone, commanding officer of the Ironclad and one of the 3 surviving fleet masters in the Exodus fleet, along with Fleetmaster Hector Calipthis and Fleetmaster Asira Raji. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Ironclad as you begin or continue your service to the Syndicate Exodus fleet. As you all know, the fleet is still reorganizing after our narrow escape from the Sol system. We have traveled through previously uncharted jump nodes in a rush in order to escape the Shivan Armada. Now that we are relatively safe and only have to deal with minor groups of Shivans, we are taking time to rest up, count the survivors, replenish our supplies, and carefully plan our next steps. Fleetmaster Calipthis and High Magistrate Al-Zardari will both be briefing the fleet at 1800 today to let everyone know of our overall strategy. For now, let me focus on issues directly concerning you and our ship. The Ironclad is the only Orion-class destroyer that survived the Exodus. Although its corridors carry many memories of the Great War, it is still my great honor to command it decades later during this difficult time. Despite its age, the Ironclad has been outfitted with enhanced reactors, a modern jump drive, and the latest generation of Syndicate heavy railguns and swarm missile launchers. It is a fully operational warship capable of acting as a command center, spearheading our offensives and serving as a bulwark against the Shivans. It is a ship with both a great history and a promising future. Fleetmaster Calipthis will provide details of the fleet's new structure. But before that, I'd like to lift the veil of secrecy about the Ironclad's role in the Exodus fleet. While the majority of the remaining Syndicate warships will report directly to Fleetmaster Calithus, the Ironclad and a detachment of Vitellius frigates, Seerdaria carriers, and Amalthea cruisers will form an autonomous force called the Roaming Fleet. We will serve as both a vanguard and a rear guard for the Exodus fleet. We will operate far from the civilian ships, clear the path for the rest of the fleet, and strike at any Shivan pursuers. Make no mistake, this will be a challenging assignment. For this reason, I have selected my most seasoned and trustworthy shipmasters to support me in this difficult task. This is it, everyone. If you wanted to be a hero for humanity and perform missions no one else could complete, you'd come to the right place. If not, well, maybe you'll get to be a hero anyway. I have spent 15 years in the Syndicate military, fighting for a better future for all of us. I believe in Syndicate virtues. I believe in freedom. It pains me to remember that when our victory over the Federation was so close at hand, the Shivans arrived, and took our future from us. We will strike back. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday we will have our revenge. Together. I know there are experienced pilots among us, transferred from frigates, carriers, and civilian ships. I would like to address my next words to you. I know you have all had to sacrifice a lot, but now you must become an example to others. Because of our losses, we've had to pull pilots from all corners of the Exodus fleet, people who never planned to see combat until the apocalypse forced them into duty. It is your responsibility to take care of them, to show them the way, to help them overcome their fears. Treat this just as you would any other mission objective. If we want to survive in the long run, we will need every pilot at their best, old and new. That is all, pilots. Ad astra per aspera. Report to your tactical arbiters for your next mission briefing. Sorry, my cats are over there having a conversation. Apple of Discord. Alright, let's get started. I see a lot of new faces here. I always hated greetings. I hate formalities, and I hate having to remember new people's names. But as long as you're here... Jesus. But as long as you're here, welcome to the 114th Direwolves, one of the top fighter squadrons on the Ironclad. I know some of you previously served on the Graf Zeppelin and the Castor, which were both assigned to assist Shipmaster Wisnowiki as our... I probably butchered that, as our vanguard in Delta Lacerte. For others, it's your first assignment and your first duty as pilots of the Exodus fleet. Did the Ironclad not have anyone who was already assigned to it? I'm sure the Fleetmaster already serenaded you with a grand speech that swept you off your feet. I'm a practical man, so I'll get right to the point. Most of you know a little about Fleetmaster Tyrone, so you are aware that you are not going to be bored here. Any pilot who serves on board the Ironclad quickly learns that if the ORS needs someone to get their hands dirty, Fleetmaster Tyrone's finest pilots must be always ready for action. We will play a crucial role in the pending operation of moving the fleet to Delta Lacerte. You are now pilots of the roaming fleet. Congratulations. You are now hereby officially fucked. Oh god. The standard we use is the ORF Incantona, a versatile... Squadmaster Harper, what's with that death glare? Okay, I get it. You heard the stories about the new Syndicate fighter. Look, I didn't choose it. I wouldn't want to enter that cockpit even if they paid me 1,000,000 credits. But here are the facts. We've lost our industry in Sol, and we've only just begun production on our factory ships. The Incantona is cheap and easy to produce from spare parts and ores easily mined from asteroids. I know it's not a perfect design. This is a refurbished patrol craft with a basic jump drive, and it lacks the firepower of the Defender or Claymore. But it's fast and agile, and it has pretty strong shields for its class. It'll be enough to do the job. The biggest issue with the Incantona is that your weapon selection will be limited to one primary and one secondary bank. Oh, screw you. However, we can customize each Incantona into one of two variants. The most common one has a larger secondary payload bank, but for those of you who prefer to stick to primaries, our engineering crew can add a second primary bank at the expense of missile capacity. Huh. I'll have to consider that. Alright, let's get to it. Less than an hour ago, a remote patrol from the Ironclad detected a mysterious signal coming from the N476 Nebula located just beyond Corcoroli's Oort cloud. The signal is of Terran origin, which indicates a single ship or a drone that got lost or crash jumped. It's possible we lost the ship while we were trying to get organized during our arrival in Corcoroli. The signal is being disrupted by the nebula's electromagnetic storms, but we've been able to confirm that it is encrypted via the military standard common code devised by both the ORS and EFN during the early days of the Shivan invasion. So it might be a Federation ship. We need you to find out what's going on. If there's someone who needs help, contact the Ironclad so we can deploy a rescue team. Be advised that N476 is extremely dense and has much more electrical activity than the gas giants you flew in back home. We expect that you'll be operating in an environment with lots of comm interference and very limited sensor range. This won't be the easiest first assignment, so stay together and rely on one another. Great. After you launch for the Ironclad, stand by until we send you to the coordinates of the signal source. If any Terrans are out there, bring them home. That's all. Good luck, pilots. Oh, that's a jump drive back to Naos. Oh, we're still blockading that node. Primary objectives: locate and secure signal source. Standard variant, extended secondary capacity. Alternate variant. Alright, Vortex and Prometheus in. You know what? Seems good. Let's hit it. Alpha and Beta, you're clear to take off. The area is secure for now. We got some that was weird. There's some heavy traffic inbound, so form up on the Ironclad and stand by for update. Wouldn't let me pull up for a second there. Lone Wolf. The Shivans have been relatively quiet in the past few hours, so stay alert. If we're attacked, our supply ships will need to be escorted out of the field of engagement. Oh, that's an Earth frigate. That's a Federation frigate. Copy that, Ironclad. Awaiting coordinates. Alright, rookies, listen up. If I were a good babysitter, we'd build a campfire, sit in a circle, and sing a few fucking songs. Unluckily for you, I'm not a babysitter, and we're at war. And I'm stuck in this shitty fighter with a bunch of rookies I gotta train to be useful pilots for the fucking Exodus fleet. So let's hear it, kids. How many of you have flown a spacecraft before? Echo and I did. I mean, it wasn't technically a spacecraft, but... Shut up, Fives. I don't want any trouble. I mean, I just... Okay, you two, keep talking. What are your skills? Flying atmospheric shuttles, delivering packages for various employers. We never left Io before the invasion, but we were good at it. Any other Earth ships around here? Scharnhorst, huh? Working as smugglers, huh? Hey, at least you're not starting with nothing. What's your name, son? How old are you, 18? McFadden, sir. Andrew McFadden. I'm 16. Everyone calls me Fives. Flying Beta 3 is Bart Dreyer, Costline Echo. We're both refugees from Calixto, the biggest mining center on Io. So we have one Earth cruiser. Okay, Fives. You're young, but you got spirit. Are you willing to fight? I am, sir. I promise. The Shivans took everything from me. Killed off everyone I knew except Echo. We're both trying to earn some cash to bribe our families onto the Abraham. We were flying back to Calixto when the bombardment began. We didn't get there in time to save them. Remember what the Fleetmaster said about payback? I want to fight the Shivans, sir. That's all I got left. Just tell me what to do and I'll do my best. I hear you, kid. You'll get your chance, but don't let that anger take over. If you enter a fight without a cool head and lean on adrenaline, you'll make a mistake, and then you're dead. I know it's asking a lot, but I need all of you to set aside your need for vengeance. There won't be a war for payback. No revenge, no glory. It's just us and a handful of other survivors. We're just trying to survive. Alright, anyone else got something to say? Have any of others even so much as stood next to a spaceship? Wingman Henai Nishimura, sir. I worked as a technician for United Heavy Industries, new Okinawa facility on Ganymede. Research department under Chief Engineer Quinn. Never flown a spacecraft before, but I know this and that about them. Nishimura, right? You're from Japan? I'm a native Ganymedian, sir. My family left Tokyo during the post-Great War economic crisis long before I was born. I see. A technician, you say. Better than nothing, but you sure wouldn't be better off in the Ironclad's engineering bay? I will accept and do my best at whatever task you assign to me, Squad Master, but I heard the fleet needs pilots more than anything else. I want to prove myself more useful here than elsewhere. Alpha, Beta, we're transferring coordinates to your fighters. You're good to go. Good luck. Got it, Ironclad. Alright, everyone, confirm the coordinates. Prepare your jump sequence and wait for my mark. Remember, stay together or get lost in the damn nebula. Everyone ready? Ready and waiting, boss. We brought Nielsen with us. Beta wing standing by. Let's do it. Good. Prepare to jump now. Ooh, in-mission jumps. Ooh, awesome! Seeing a subspace tunnel from a starliner during the Exodus was good, but seeing him in a fighter... Ah, so cool. Great, babysitting duty. Spart, Nielsen, if you two even dare to tell Widow. She's having fun too, hopefully. We all have stories to tell once we meet again. Sit tight, kiddies. Exiting subspace in 10 seconds is gonna shake your asses. What the hell? I can't see a thing. Squad Master, where are you? Stay calm, kids. We're still close together. Find each other on the radar. Get visual contact. Everyone confirm you all have eyes on me. Yep, got it. 6, 7. Alright, everyone's here. You're all damn lucky today. You survived your first subspace jump. You want one more day of your miserable existence. Now form upon me and let's get moving. Got the signal source. 9 clicks from here. Fucking great. Next lesson, kids, is what we call a precision jump. Ah, there it is. Boss, Shivan fighters approaching. Just running slow approach, pick your targets and take them down. If you're in trouble today to evade, you can't imagine to call for help. Come on, you sons of bitches, come on. How do I have 0 kills? I know I missiles got some of those guys who are 100 0. Alright. Oh, we lost Alpha 4 there. Kerma and Direwolves eliminated. Nicely done for him. Let's get back on course. Copy that, boss. Boss can get more Shivan signatures ahead. At least one Moloch frigate and 2 cruisers, a Kane and a Deva. We better avoid them for now. They seem to surround the source of the signal, but whatever it is, they aren't attacking it. That's a... Wait, I got a lock on the source. Confederate cruiser, the EFC Minerva, a Viscount class. Picking up no life signs, but I can't approach her to confirm with all the Shivans around. I don't know what lured the Shivans here, but it seems someone else is crashing the party. It looks like a frigate closing from the other side. I can't get a visual. But I don't think it's Shivan. Follow me, pilots. Let's approach the new target to evade the Shivans for now. Slowly and carefully, we don't know what we're up against. Abide our class frigate. I recognize them anywhere. More predators are here. What are these dogs looking for? Identified ORS fighters. This is the EFSG Midwinter requesting assistance. We're now in close combat with SFG Hasidiel. The SC Dahaka is closing in. Something about defanging. Alright. Destroy Radha. Well, we went looking for trouble and we found it. I'm slowly getting used to seeing Federer with assholes instead of killing them. Alright, Midwinter, Alpha and Beta, waiting to report these Direwolves or the Ironclad on our way to help. Ironclad is Alpha 1, just letting you know, Federer frigates the Midwinter looking for the signal source as well. Don't know what they're playing at, but you better send some backup while they're busy with the Shivans. Fighters be advised, borrowing fighters coming this way. Destroy injured Shiva wings before they can hit us. Now need those unknown signals somehow. The sailors went down, crashed one Shiva frigate. Destroyed the Dahaka. We took on the Hasidiel and Dahaka, but that was just the first wave. More Shivan warships are in position nearby. Alpha, Beta, we need you to... Slow down, Midwinter. We don't take orders from you. You shouldn't even be here at all, but here you are, and that's making me nervous. Hey kids, see that? See Axeman? Keep an eye on them. Midwinter's jump driver still recharging, with these escort fighters might try something stupid. Alright, Midwinter, I'll ask only once. Why are you here? What's emitting this damn signal, and why are the Shivans after it too? I'm not going to explain my objectives to a syndicate pilot. I answer only to Rear Admiral Leibniz. The rest of the Shivan warships are on the move. They'll be in firing range in 2 minutes. We're not going to make it out of here by ourselves. Shit, things are getting bad. Multiple wings of fighters closing fast. Leave this hell with you. My crew's not gonna die for you. We're falling back in a second. We're gonna jump dry. All fighters cover our retreat. I hate Scorpions when they spiral like that. Alright, fighters down. City frigate Battalion class. It's the Halifax. 4 batteries locked on the Shivan warships and fire. I want them all dead. Please lock on. We're maintaining your current position almost for the Shivans you can. Not even try to escape. I lost on your trip to recharge. Let's deal with it. Teddy Shivan flotilla together and then we can talk. Alright, let's rearm. Alpha, if the big glare makes any decision to depart, you are authorized to disable the ship and destroy its escort. Beta, detach and clear a path for the bombers. Calling Joe to wing unless you're in position near the Shivan warships. Ow. Muscled up support. On Halifax, alright, Smart, get up hard to deal with the warships. Don't make sure friends do anything stupid. Well, we seem to be in position now. Get 'em, boys. Take down that beam cannon. I'm wing inbound. They're going for the midwinter. They stay focused on warships. We'll keep the midwinter safe. Countermeasures, no wonder we're out so fast. Yes, is history. Indeed. Bomber wing is down. Let's get that cane. Down, scratch one shield cruiser. This petty annoyance has been dealt with. Now let's focus on our true objective. I suppose you have something to say, Midwinter? Halifax, we did not come here with hostile intentions. We received a Confederate distress code from this area. We just wanted to get one of our own to safety. Minerva has not responded to any calls and scans showed no life sentence board. We didn't know what happened on board. The friends and families of the Minerva's crew deserve to know their fate. I can tell you on the private channel what I think of your fairy tale. We're taking over the Minerva. Our boarding party is already on the way. I advise you to stay where you are, and perhaps Fleetmaster Tyrone will forgive your insubordination. Oh boy. Spare me your threats, Halifax. I do not report to Fleetmaster Tyrone. I am going to make sure the Minerva is retrieved with or without your permission. You are balancing on the edge, Midwinter. As you wish, you may accompany the Halifax while our Marines secure the Minerva. But should you make any attempt to stop us, I will treat it as treason. Oh boy. Those Shivan bastards are relentless. Escort fighters, Intercept David Wing and its escort now. Intercept David bombers. I'll slow up support. What the hell? Drive EFN forces. Ah, fuck. Movers open fire. Deploying bombers. Weapons hot, kids. Take them down. Confederate bastards are going after the Halifax. Spark, we need you here now. Very foolish of you, Midwinter. Escort fires destroy those bombers. I will deal with the Midwinter myself. Taking care of the bombers. Just like old times. That's your best movement. Midwinter pathetic. You're going to pay for your insolence. Engineering divert power reserves the main batteries. Under control, concentrate firepower. We surrender. Hold your fire, Hartwick. Hold your fire. You won. You're free to take Minerva. I only ask you to spare my crew. The decision to attack you was mine and mine alone. Oh man, I was gonna get this guy. You are in no position to ask me for anything. Shut down your jump drive, power down your weapons, prepare to be boarded. We should never accept you in the fleet, Federate scum. That will not be necessary, Shipmaster Hartwick. This Rear Admiral Liebman is the EFD Redemption. Midwinter, you are ordered to abort your mission and rendezvous with the Redemption at once. You've already put enough of our lives at risk today. Leibniz is throwing them under the bus. Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. Hartwick, you may carry on with your operation. I will deal with my subordinate. Rest assured I will settle this matter with Fleetmaster Jerome. I still have a directive to drive off EFN forces. Who are you? This is Theta 1 now en route to the maneuver docking station. Right cover to the transport, we'll stay with Halifax. We failed to drive off EFN forces. Arrow my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. Lock and load, boys. Secure the ship. No life signs. Unless there's Shivans aboard and we just didn't detect them. No signs of life on the bridge, Halifax. Moving on to engineering. We're in position, securing the objective and move. They just switched to an encrypted channel. That's interesting. This is insane. What were the Federates hiding here? Why was the ship abandoned? Why did it leave the fleet in the first place? No idea, Fives. Better give it up now. It's none of our business. We don't want any trouble. For now, I agree with Echo. Let's just get those ships to safety. Someone's the 2 South Rangers is now in position. Alvin Bay, you're relieved. Return to the Ironclad. We'll make sure the Nerve is repaired and ready to rejoin the fleet. Alright, Returning to base. Well, Squad Master Harper, everyone, your reputation was not exaggerated at all. Now I see why you were able to survive all those battles in Sol when you were still assigned to the 49th Avalonians. Not only did you nullify the Shivan flotilla that controlled Nebula in 476, but you also outmaneuvered the Federate forces who showed up there. This is exactly what we expected from pilots of your caliber. Concerning events that happened during the mission, here's the official story, and I advise you to remember it. The Minerva came under Shivan attack and made a crash jump to the Nebula. The Midwinter's commanding officer, still distrustful of the ORS, disobeyed orders and tried to retrieve the ship on his own initiative, which resulted in a clash with our rescue mission led by the Halifax. ORS Marines retrieved the Minerva and confirmed that its crew was killed by an overload during a crash jump. The ship is now being prepared for the replacement crew's arrival. Remember that the events of the mission are classified and are not to be discussed with anyone else. That's all, pilots. So get some rest, you've earned it. No recommendations. 8 total kills with 1 assist. 2 Liar bombers and 6 Shaitan bombers. Of course, I used checkpoints, so there's other kills back in there that bring all-time total for the campaign to 159 kills with 49 assists. So this was Apple of Discord, the 8th mission of... I want to say 8th, might be 6th. Mission of the... with all the cutscenes. Mission of the Exile into the Dark Waters campaign for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.